What did you do? You cut your bangs.
I trimmed them.
You trimmed them and?
So like this is fine, you know? Like
Uh-huh. And then...
Can you tell me it's not that bad, please?
We both got our bangs alone in our rooms and messed up.
Wait, but can we see yours? Wait, yours is worse than mine. Also, it's very deceiving because only half the bag is full.
I know. But you know the reason why they do that is to make sure that the chips don't get crushed. They need air.
Really?
You didn't know this about chips and you love chips?
But how do you, who teaches you? Like, how do you even...
What do you mean? Okay. Ready? This is straight.
Oh, it feels so weird.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. Tuck your chin in. Use your abs. I'm gonna slowly let go, okay? Oh gosh, I haven't done one in so long.
It's just for fun. Wait, you're supposed to catch. I tried. He just came so fast. Let's see. I want to talk about social media.
Okay, what about it?
I question like the intention behind posts.
Why?
Because it's when I think about like, because now that I can have the option to post, I'm like, oh, what should I post? And I think like, why am I posting XYZ? And I was thinking a lot about it because when we post on chat, like at first it was just like, it was stupid videos, you know, of like us working out. But there's also that component of, oh, look, like we're at the gym at 5:30 every day. And then if we don't post, then I'm like, oh shoot, like we didn't get to post today. It's like, I don't know, it's suddenly turned very pessimistic.
There is that, like, so that's what social media is though, right?
Yeah.
Like, there is the component of like oversharing and like I want people to know what's going on in my life. Like everyone was on Facebook, everyone was on Instagram, but Snapchat came along, they're like, what if we shared things like literally the second that it was happening, like day to day? So they created stories and it was this huge phenomenon because people were like, yeah, I want to overshare. I mean, social media has always been about oversharing. Like no one's ever on social media not to overshare. I think it's become like really part of our culture though. So I do get it. Like when I post something, I'm always like, who's gonna watch it? Like, what are they gonna think?
I always look at who's watching my story.
I do too.
It's so stupid. Like, why do I do that?
I think there's like, yeah, what are your intentions when you post on social media? For me, I know it's really dumb. Honestly, I don't think anyone actually like watches my story like all the way through except for myself. I think I'm just like, I am obsessed with like oversharing. I think even like at this time in quarantine, I want to share that I have like a life. Like if I don't post, it's like, oh, I don't have a life.
Like I didn't do anything.
Yeah. But then there are some days where I'm like, I posted way too much, I need to chill. So then I stop and I don't post for like 2 days. And that's like a long time for me. And I'm like, I'm annoying people too much. At this point, when I like posting those stories, it's things that I find really enjoyable and things I find really funny. For me personally, I love photos and I love videos, like obviously.
I love videos.
My love videos. I think there's that judgment of like, you're not living in the moment. Like you need to like be in the moment of like, just enjoy it. And I get it, I do. But I'm a very forgetful person. I forget things right away. Like literally the second it happens, I'm like, what just, oh yeah, like I was happy at that moment, but I don't really remember. I love to look back on moments. And so that's why I like cherish photos so much. Like that's why I have like 1,000 Polaroids. Like I love going through them and just looking back. I'm not like trying to share it with everybody in the world, but I love that you can like post stories and it's there forever.
So I think I'm with you on that, but I think, I don't know, like just this week it's been like weird for me. You know, like people are posting like things that they're doing and it's great, and if anything it's like the intention is, oh, like look, this is a recipe I learned, here you guys can use it, or this is how it turned out.
I mean,
but then it's also like, oh, look at me, I cooked or something, you know. So something that I've noticed that I'll do and I struggle with is placing judgment on people. And I think like I'm not in any place or position to be placing judgment. I don't know why I'm like in this like pessimistic. I don't know if it's the quarantine, but even like people posting their QT, it's like, I'm sorry, everyone needs to know that you did QT this morning. Like,
yeah, I think there are things that like you don't need to share, and I'm slowly learning that because I'm an oversharer. I post everything.
I do too, though.
At the end of the day, I think it does come down to your intentions behind it. It's like, why are you sharing that you did QT? Are you trying to encourage others to do QT?
Yeah, I thought that
like,
too.
Are you like, look, I'm such a great person, I'm doing QT? Social media has made us very judgmental people in general.
Yeah.
And when I first like got really onto social media, because I'm like obsessed. You know me. I'm like obsessed with social media. It's a problem. And I'm aware of that. But I think at first I was like very concerned about other people, and I like cared so much about the number of likes I got, even though I don't even get that many likes.
Me
like
too.
No one cares about my content. I used to care so much. If things didn't get enough likes, I would like delete it. And I realized how toxic social media was in my life. I think it was only until the last like year or two, like literally the last 2 years maybe, that I like was like, I can't let these likes validate who I am. And like, I love social media. I think it's wonderful. I think it's really cool that we can be connected in so many ways.
Yeah.
But as long as I don't let the number of likes, the number of views validate who I am, like, I'm okay. So like I started like, okay, what do I want my feed to look like? Because I always wanted my feed to look a certain way. And so I started like curating my feed more. Like obviously I'm not even that artistic. I'm not like good at like what I do, or like I'm not good at social media. But I was like, oh, I like how this looks to me.
Yeah.
Like I like it. I will post stupid things, but I'm like, I like it. I like the stupid caption I wrote. And like 2 people will like it. And I'm like, usually I'll delete it. I'll be like, it's gone. But I'm like, I like how it looks. And that's all I need. I don't care about the views anymore. I don't care that we get like 2 views on our vlog.
It's actually like 100.
Like I don't care. I have fun doing it. I like can get lost editing, even though I suck at editing. Like I'm not a video editor at all, but I have fun. And like it's a hobby and I'm enjoying it, and I'm no longer allowing other people to judge me, because there are people definitely judge me for like posting all my stories. Like I know that for a fact.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Like people have been like, oh, you should try doing a social media fast. Like, isn't it better? Like when I was doing a social media fast last year, like people commented, they're like, oh, isn't it like so great? You're like in the moment with your friends. It's so much better. You know. And I was just like,
that I think is like placing judgment. Like I would never want to be in a position where I'm doing that to someone.
I do social media for myself. I for sure did it for a really long time, and I was trying to validate myself through likes. But I don't care anymore. I like editing things. I like my aesthetic. I'm trying to go for this like brown vintage aesthetic, and I have fun doing it. And I'm not gonna care what other people say or judge about me, because I did, and that like killed me.
Really?
Yeah. I like drove myself insane, and I was like, I can't care about what other people think of me anymore. But then when you start caring about what other people are doing, it's like, why do you care so much?
Yeah. Is that a question to me?
Yeah.
I think like what I realized is this past week, like that quote unquote judgment that I feel comes from myself. And it's because like there are so many moments, and I would post a lot. Like Daniel, sometimes we'd be eating dinner and I'd be like, oh, everyone pause. Like I need to like post this. And I think for me, like there are a lot of moments prior to coming back to social media this past week where I would post everything. Like if I made something, everything would go up on social media. If I woke up early one day, I want people to know, because I want like a pat on my back, you know? And so I know my intentions behind why I would post, and a lot of the time it was because I wanted people to know, rather than like me really enjoying my time. So now that I see that, I'm like, oh, I've been there, I know what you're doing, you know? And then it's like this cynical view of like you don't need to be there kind of thing. But I still feel that, because this week there are moments when I was gonna post something. Like I started a book and I was like gonna post it, and I was like, I'm not gonna. I actively was like, I literally took a photo and I was actively like, no. But I don't know why it's like so twisted. Like it doesn't have to be that way. People post for what they want, you know? I'm surprised my story wasn't like 100 seconds. Like I would post so much. It's
mine are always 100 seconds. I think that's the danger of social media. It's like, we're obviously not gonna post the lowlights of our life. Like,
oh, that's a good point.
I'm not gonna be like, I gained 10 pounds, you guys. So though I did gain 10 pounds.
But even with the vlogs, like people will be like, oh, your house quarantine, you look like you're having so much fun. Like you have to
understand that stories are literally like a glimpse into someone's life.
Yeah, like I'm having actually a really bad day. And yeah, we had 5 minutes of fun eating our brownie on our vlog, but that doesn't mean like...
That was like us stress eating.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I had a good day or a good week or I'm enjoying this time.
Right. I think it's like, the problem with social media is it's not your whole life.
Yeah.
You curate it to show the highlights of it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna post like when I'm sad.
But I almost want to. I almost want to like show like, this is life, you know?
I think there's that fear too of me of like, I'm having a hard time, you guys, like, I need attention.
I was just gonna say that. Like, again, there's that judgment that people will give. It's like, why did she post that? Like, does she want to be real, or is she just trying to get attention from the sadness that she feels or whatever?
People are just a lot more judgy on social media. I mean, I'm not immune to it. Like, I am judgy too, to others, for sure. I think it's just like being aware of that judgment on others. It's like, you don't know their story.
Yeah.
You don't know their day.
Yeah.
Chris just finished a workout. Shout out to Chris.
Okay, that's another thing. Like, lol, can you drink your water like Chris?
You're just crazy.
I'm not crazy though. Well, I'm a little crazy. Okay, so when I would get a notification like that, let's say I hadn't worked out yet, then I would feel anxious to go work out.
Why?
Because I want to do it. I think it's motivating to a certain extent, as long as you don't like change your life for it. But I think I would change my life. That's what we're different.
I'm not like, drop everything, do a 30-minute workout. Because Chris finished a run and then I just go. But that's you.
Yeah, like I would make time.
Like Chris doesn't run. I'm like, dude, good job, man.
He's been going hard. 6 miles a day. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of him.
But so then,
wow, so many shout outs to Chris right now. Like I loved chat games because so many people message me and they're like, hey, your videos are really like motivating for me because I see it at 6 a.m. and if you can do it at 6 a.m., I can do it too. At some point I just like realized I just need to stop caring about what others think about what I post.
And just do you.
Do me. And then people are always gonna judge you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the problem for me is that I care a lot. And I think, again, I care a lot because I see myself make these, you know, like I think about things when I see whatever, and then I'll notice or I'll feel like, oh, Chantal probably thinks the same thing. Or I've thought it, so Chantal probably thinks it, you know?
One time when we were at 24, I think I was alone and I was like doing bench press because you weren't with me. And I was like going really ham because I was like, I want to go up in weight. I wanted to hit 25. I was struggling, but I like did fine. And this like old man next to me came up and was just like, you okay there? And I was like, yes. And he was like, do you need any help? And I was like, no, go away.
Do you think he was hitting on you?
He was like old. So? Probably.
A lot of people hit on Chantal at the gym. And like, if I go by myself, nobody ever talks to me. Actually, one time, like this one Indian girl talked to me. But when Chantal was by herself, so many people.
Okay, let me clarify. Like 2 people.
Hi.
I thought every time, because I'm like listening to music, and every time I'm like, oh, like we have 1 set left or we have 2 sets left, we're doing squats. This guy came up to me and he was like talking to me, and I was like, oh, we have 1 set left. He's like, oh, no. And I was like, what do you want? So I took out my earphone and he was like, are my socks too much? And I was like, what?
They were like bright blue socks or something.
I'm really awkward when it comes to guys that I think are cute. Like, you know.
I'm trying to think who.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so
very awkward. Ho.
And I don't know how to interact with really attractive men. And I will just get really awkward and tense up and say the stupidest things like, ho.
Or let's say like the cute guy came to ask about the socks. couple days later you see him wearing fun socks or the same socks.
I would not approach him.
Really?
I'd smile.
The next week he's wearing those same socks and you're like passing by like this.
Which one's me?
Obviously this. The butt. You're like passing by, you see his socks, you make eye contact. You would just smile.
I feel like nice socks.
Okay. Okay, just practice some lines that you would say.
Why? It's not like I'm gonna see anyone.
You.
If he made eye contact with me
Yeah.
and smiled, then I'd be like, oh, where are your socks today?
Everything was good up until.
I think I'm a lot better in person than I am online. Okay, that's wrong. I'm awkward both ways.
Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching.
Comment tips on pickup lines that I should use on really attractive guys and maybe I'll send them.
Wait, will you really?
Yeah.
You have to show
No one's
receipts.
gonna comment.